No one has more state pride than New Mexicans. The vibrant culture, bold flavors, unique history, and dramatic landscapes under our Zia sun are like no other. And the people of New Mexico are a rare breed. As diverse as we are, together we breathe life and soul into this high desert land. A land that promises adventure. I'm Michael Newman, and as your host, I'll be taking you with me as I seek out the best the land of enchantment has to offer.
New Mexico, it feels like home to me. It feels so true. It's time well spent when I spend it with you.
In the southeast corner of our state, between Roswell and Carlsbad on US 285 South, sits the town of Artesia. While visitors will note its charming main street of storefronts and eateries dotted with historic sculptures, the heart of this city is its people. And in my experience, the town's young people made the trip one of the best I've had. Let me back up a bit. A few months back, we received a packet of letters from 7th grade history students from Artesia Intermediate School and their teacher, Miss Elena Guidry, imploring us to come to their town and see the sights. They wrote to us of the history, the food, the football, all the things they love about their hometown, and wanted me to come experience it for myself. How could I resist? So here I am. This morning, Donald's meeting me at my hotel so we can go geocaching, something I've been curious to try.
All right, so we got on here, we have a couple of them. The closest one,
Yeah, there's
the
like
Trail Boss, maybe you want to do
Trail
that one?
Boss. Yeah, we could try the Trail Boss.
Donald pulls up the list of nearby
The
cache
actual
locations.
directions, How to
Yeah.
get there. Okay, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Can
So
give
it's
you-
easy. I thought it was going to be a lot harder than this.
No, it's actually really easy.
Okay, so we're going that direction?
Yep, we gotta go that way.
So for anyone not familiar with geocaching, it utilizes GPS to send you on a sort of treasure hunt and can be a great way of taking the road less traveled.
Okay. So the hint says 2x3 magnetic box, so it could pretty much be anywhere metal.
All right, okay.
So, like-
all right, you want to split up? You go that way, I go this way?
Sounds good.
Okay.
So I don't know how helpful the hint is at this point, since the whole sculpture is metal, but who said it was going to be easy? At least we're taking in the sights while we're on the hunt, like this piece of work here. The Trail Boss is one of the 3 sculptures here in town, which together weave a narrative of an attempted theft of a steer on a cattle drive. Down the road you'll spot the vaquero who alerts the Trail Boss to the thief, and finally, the rustler himself. These sculptures are dotted along Main Street and provide an insight to the town's history and the people behind it. But I digress. Back to the task at hand, which is finding the small magnetic box. I swear we have looked everywhere at this point, unless it's right underfoot.
Good look under it.
Yeah.
I see something.
You see some?
I see something.
What you got? Ah!
Found it.
Ah, it was hidden deep in there, man.
Yeah, for real.
Okay. What we got? What we got?
We have a pencil sharpener and a button.
Some expensive stuff in there.
For real. Yes.
True treasure.
Clearly, the geocache experience is not about the treasures inside the box, but about the joy of the hunt.
We can sign.
Oh, that's cool. So you can see all the people that were here before.
Yeah, like
Congratulations, you found it. Intentionally or not. That's awesome. All right, so we got our first one down. Where is our next geocache? So
see.
looking at here, the closest one.
can a park have cable? Want to do that one?
Yeah, let's do that one.
Let's try it.
Okay, and go.
I think Donald and I make a good team, and your odds are certainly better when scavenging with a compadre than solo.
All right, so what does the hint say?
Let's see. The hint says pipe.
Pipe.
I have to say, even when you're not at the most exciting of locales, the intrigue factor that comes into play when you're searching for a cache inspires a unique experience and appeals to the adventuresome spirit in any traveler. Not to mention, you can certainly end up visiting places you otherwise would not.
I think I found it. Yeah. Thanks for that clue. That was good.
We're on a roll. We decide to take a stab at the 3rd location on the list, which takes us to the edges of town, where orchards of pecan trees line the road. Yes, geocaching also allows for you to take the scenic back roads. I could get into this.
The hint says concrete.
Concrete confined space.
Can-
Let's make sure there's no snakes. Oh, we got some worms. This is really like a hidden treasure that we're digging for.
Yeah, and the last one, the people that found it, it was barely 4 days ago. So.
Really? I don't know if they left anything.
Oh, look at this.
Ah!
Oh, look at this.
Well, what do you know?
What the heck?
Yeah, that was a distraction.
That was.
Uh-huh.
Look at what we got here.
Mission accomplished.
Well, this is truly an instance where you got to think outside the box.
Really,
literally.
yes, yes.
And now from the pages of New Mexico Magazine. On Artesia's Main Street is a gateway to the town's history and a visual synopsis of the entire state's backstory.
All right, so where are we?
The Heritage Walkway.
Wow, all roads lead to this path.
Upon entry to the Heritage Walkway, imagery of Spanish conquistadors appear alongside Native American scenes, leading into settlers moving west on covered wagon, where the prospect of homesteading, working on the railroad, or discovering oil brought people to towns like Artesia.
Artesia is named after the artesian wells underground. So kind of the springing of life from underground is our water.
Just as sure as the water flowed, the oil burst from the ground, a history encapsulated beyond these walls in the derrick floor sculpture on Main Street, dedicated to the people who worked this oil patch, and just one instance where a celebratory portrait of the men and women of Artesia is cast in bronze.
So I want to take you across the street to one of our mini statues here in town.
Okay.
She is called the First Lady of Artesia, Sally Chisholm.
The famous Sally Chisholm.
Famous Sally Chisholm. She was an entrepreneur. She was one of the first ladies to come into town and establish herself as something. She opened a post office. She was queen of the Jingle Bob Ranch. Like, she is someone to be in awe of.
Okay. Interestingly enough, there seems to be a book in our hand that says Billy the Kid. Now, the little knowledge I know about Sally Chisholm is there's some kind of connection with Billy the Kid.
Yes, possibly a romantic connection with Billy the Kid.
Speculation, that's speculation.
Yes, speculation, but that's what history is.
Okay.
Can't argue with Miss G on that one. We head to the library, where we move from speculation to fiction, as depicted in the giant classic novels and avid readers atop them. But beyond the art outside is a treasure within the walls of the library. Above the rows of books is a masterpiece by one of the region's most acclaimed artists, Peter Hurd. Born in Roswell, Hurd used the landscapes and ranch life of the Southwest as inspiration for much of his work, as we see in the fresco before us.
If you travel towards Cloudcroft, there's lots of abandoned ranch houses like this.
So tell me some of the details of the mural here.
It's depicting harvest time. And especially in this part of the country, you have to prepare for winter and be able to survive and feed your family and your livestock up until the next spring.
What speaks to you, Braxton?
Well, the title is "The Future Belongs to Those Who Prepare for It," so basically just preparing for what comes to them.
As a metaphor and literally canning and putting all your veggies in some kind of preserve, but also talking about we're in a library. The future belongs to those who prepare, and this is kind of that extended metaphor for that. So my other question is, how did this thing get inside of this building? Because I know it's not from here, wasn't made here, right?
No.
Yeah. And it was a big deal. I mean, you had people who came out and picnicked to watch them hauling it in here through the roof with a crane, the giant crane.
65,000 pounds.
65,000 pounds.
The logistics involved with moving this gigantic fresco from Houston to Artesia is a show all its own. But let's just say, it is a marvel and a sight to behold. Truly something to see in person. A great time to come see the mural is at night and from across the street of the library. To get fully immersed in the world of the artist, take an excursion to the Hurd Family Ranch in San Patricio, just over an hour away, and visit the Hurd La Rinconada Gallery. For more great stories like this from New Mexico Magazine, visit newmexico.org. Coming up, we find where to get the best bites in town.
Whether you want to unplug and reconnect or plan your next great outdoor adventure, New Mexico State Parks has it all. Enjoy camping, boating, fishing, hiking, and special events all year round in 34 parks. Visit nmparks.com and book up to 6 months in advance. New Mexico State Parks, your official sponsor of adventure.
In today's competitive marketing environment, there's a lot of buzz about drone video. Businesses of all types are looking skyward for better images to promote their companies, products, and services. Communities large and small are using drone video for economic development and tourism applications. Real estate agents know the value of drone video as a powerful selling tool for the homes, commercial buildings, and properties that they represent. Even ranchers are finding new and unique uses for drone video. And everyone wants professional drone video for their websites, social media, trade shows, and more. That's why Cliff Dweller Digital has 3 full-time FAA-certified drone pilots on staff. They'll consult with you to ensure that your drone footage captures exactly what you want and need. Nothing compares to drone video, shot indoors or out by the professionals with more drone capabilities and experience than anyone else in New Mexico. Cliff Dweller Digital. Check us out at cliffdwellerdigital.com or call Andrew at 505-363-2796. We look forward to working with you.
Discover the rich history, ancient cultures, tempting cuisine, world-class art, and experiences you'll only find in Sandoval County, where traditions are born and memories are made. Sandoval County is New Mexico true.
Get your wild side on at Wildlife West Nature Park in Edgewood. The whole family will enjoy following the trail through our wildlife refuge and zoo year-round. You can get up close and personal with our cougars and more than 20 other species of New Mexico wildlife, including bobcats, elk, bear, fox, and a whole lot more. For park hours and our upcoming events, visit us at wildlifewest.org. Wildlife West Nature Park is New Mexico true.
Right on Main Street in Artesia is the Wellhead Brewery. Housed in the historic Baskin building, this restaurant and brewhouse has quickly become an institution of downtown Artesia. Paying homage to the oil fields that help develop and still drive the economy of this town, the Wellhead is a favorite among locals, including my new friend Caleb, who I will be dining with tonight.
It started in 1905 with the hotel here, and there was a restaurant as well. There's actually some photos here about all the hotels and the furniture, the auto part.
The many lives this building has lived.
It has really great food and really great service, and they have the brew pub here as well.
Which you shouldn't really know about yet because you're, what, 13?
Yes, sir.
But so in terms of food, what are the things that you like to get when you're here?
I like to get the tilapia picada.
Oh, you have a sophisticated palate, my friend.
Yes, sir.
It's tilapia picada. I don't think I was eating tilapia picada when I was 13. Caleb, you might be teaching me something here today. You know, whether it comes to food and history, you seem like you know your stuff.
Yes, sir.
Beyond Caleb's expansive palate, I'm also impressed that a town the size of Artesia has a brewery like this. In a few years, Caleb and I will be back to pair our meal with some of the fine craft beers on tap. But until then, this food looks incredible.
Bon appetit, my friend.
Caleb and I waste no time digging in. Who needs Yelp when you have a source like him? Cheers to the Wellhead. Now, on the other end of town and across the tracks is La Herradura. While lesser known, this quintessential mom and pop joint is just as beloved. And Bianca's probably their biggest fan.
But this is like traditional good Mexican food, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And all of it's actually homemade.
Wow.
And all the people that work here, that cook in the kitchen, are family of the owner here.
Yeah, so it's like you're entering their family table. It's like a family kitchen kind of thing. And so your family comes here a lot?
Yeah, a lot on Sundays.
On Sundays. So it's like a big family gathering. Everybody comes together and eats together.
On Sunday, there's mostly people here during lunch. Like, it's always packed.
Yeah, if it's off the beaten path and it's packed, you know the food's good.
Bianca admits she comes here multiple times a week, so I know I'm in for something good.
Muchas gracias. This is so colorful and fresh. There's cilantro on there. Man, you weren't lying. This is probably some of the best Mexican food I've had.
That's not for camera. This truly is amazing Mexican food. You know where to find me if I'm not at the Wellhead. Unless I'm at the Adobe Rose. With a relaxing private courtyard and charming indoor ambiance, not to mention exceptional cuisine, this became a fast favorite for our entire crew while filming in Artesia. I think we ate here 3 times. Clearly, there's not enough time in one show to cover it all. So make sure and watch our segment on Adobe Rose on our YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/visitnewmexico. A contemporary modular structure sits next to a historic cobblestone home on West Richardson Avenue, and together, they are the Artesia Historical Museum and Art Center. As a history buff, my friend Kalen has spent many an afternoon here, and he's agreed to show me around.
It's a beautiful space you got here.
Yeah, Kaylin's a good guide. He kind of grew up in here.
So you're going to teach me something about Artesia today?
Definitely. Yes.
Okay.
And right here, this is what Artesia is named after, all the artesian wells.
So there, at one point, it was gushing that high.
Yes.
Oh man, that's crazy.
So over here we have a whole bunch of Native American culture, like arrowheads and a picture of Geronimo right here as well.
Wow.
So just fantastic to see what everything was back then. And
Get a glimpse into the world back then, huh?
Yes. And arrowheads back over here.
Oh, cool. Is that of interest to you, or you do
That
as well?
does interest me to see how different tribes made different types and different colors and everything.
Right. And then the kitchen, wow, this is really a blast in the past, huh?
All old cookware and like pans and silverware.
They used to churn the butter hardcore. Do you remember that time when they had to churn butter by hand?
I bet I could figure it out. I'm a history fanatic, so I know lots about old cookware and everything like that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you actually have a genuine interest in it?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I really do.
Why is that?
I just have a genuine fascination in what life was like
back then,
decades ago.
How different it is now.
Yes, how different it is now. Definitely.
Small-town museums like this present a more intimate experience. We are literally inside an old house and looking at images and artifacts from people who once walked these streets and called this place their home. The items you find here represent a community with a genuine affection for their town's history, a curiosity about what life was like for their forefathers, and a commitment to honor and preserve that way of life.
And here's Albo School, which was an elementary school and also a fallout shelter because it was during the Cold War and the Cuban Missile Crisis.
But there are plenty of old school photos dating back much farther than that. As my visit to Artesia was inspired by a bunch of middle school students, these struck a special chord.
This is more agriculture than anything in this room.
Oh, okay.
Like
this huge steer.
Yeah, the steer right there.
For Kaylin, the relics in this room speak to his personal family history.
Yeah.
Like over there with the lamb shears, and now it's all like just regular electronic razors.
Right.
Having garnered awards for his reserve grand sheep, Kaylin is more than familiar with the evolution of shearing tools. Just in this brief visit to the museum, I feel like I have better insight to the kids I'm meeting here by seeing into the lives of those that came before them in their hometown.
So the evolution of the town is kind of depicted in this one little house.
That's exactly right, yes.
But there's more outside the house. Old farming equipment and tractors are in view on the back lawn, with another surprise waiting in the garage. Even though I think I may have had the VIP treatment in seeing it because I was Kaylin's guest. Pretty cool. When you come, make sure to pop into the Art Annex Gallery next door. The exhibits rotate and feature local art or traveling shows. Need a second dose of art? See what's playing at the Ocotillo Performing Arts Center on Main Street. From head to toe, we show you how to cowboy up in Artesia.
Discover the rich history, ancient cultures, tempting cuisine, world-class art, and experiences you'll only find in Sandoval County, where traditions are born and memories are made. Sandoval County is New Mexico true.
Approximately 6 million visitors come to Albuquerque each year, all year long. They represent millions of dollars to our economy, so we need to welcome them and treat them right. You may think that hospitality training is just for people in the hospitality industry, like restaurants and hotels, right? Well, hospitals, pharmacies, gas stations, fast food restaurants, and many others also qualify. If your business touches or has the potential to touch our visitors, then you should consider attending one of our Albuquerque Concierge Excellence or ACE trainings.
A lot of informative information about Albuquerque and kind of reminding me the things that I do love about Albuquerque and looking at it as a local, but also keeping in mind of a tourist and reminding myself to try these places out, and that way I'm able to recommend and talk really highly about Albuquerque and what we have to offer.
If you're looking for a way for you and your staff to enhance your customer service experience, Visit Albuquerque would like to invite you to join us at one of our monthly ACE classes. The 3-hour course explores things to do and see in the Albuquerque area, as well as the do's and don'ts of customer service. ACE is helpful for all positions, and it's worth the $25 per student investment. To learn how you can make each guest experience better, call 505-222-4338 or email partnerevents@visitabq.org.
Your New Mexico Four Corners adventure begins in Farmington, the perfect destination for active families and outdoor enthusiasts, where the only thing bigger than our big skies and badlands are the big adventures that challenge your wild side. Farmington will jolt your journey with unexpected surprises, whether you're 8 or 80. Farmington, where active families and outdoor enthusiasts thrive. Farmington is New Mexico true. Begin your journey at farmingtonnm.org.
If you missed an episode or just want to see more of New Mexico True TV, visit our YouTube page at youtube.com/visitnewmexico. There you can find all of our full episodes and segments. Do you take a lot of pictures on your New Mexico travels? Well, if you do, show us by hashtagging New Mexico True on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Right on Artesia's main street is Benny's Western Wear, an outfitter whose selection of hats and boots, and then some, ensures that even an urbanite like myself can walk out looking like a cowboy. And that's exactly why my pal Zane has brought me here today.
Oh, well, you got such dark pants, you're gonna need like maybe a brighter shirt.
Brighter shirt, yeah.
Picking out something with some colors, Zane.
Yeah.
Maybe like something like that.
That's a hot fuchsia you got going on right now. I mean, I don't mind it. That might look good. This might be a good color though.
Yeah.
I think Zane's trying to help me broaden my fashion sensibilities.
Woohoo, yeah.
Yeah, you got
really
some,
nice.
some color in there.
That's a cinch, so
Mhm.
that'll be a really nice shirt for you.
Nice cut.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
You like that one?
Yeah, I like it. And you know, you gotta tuck them in to be a cowboy.
You gotta tuck them in.
Yeah.
That's the number one rule. Now time to move on to the denim, which I'm sure will have its own surprises. But when it came to my choice in belt, I even surprised myself.
We got a lot of bling with some hair on there.
I mean, it's a bold statement, but you know, sometimes you gotta be bold, Zane. You know,
Okay.
I'm being bold today.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Okay.
And now for the moment of truth.
Look good.
Yeah, you've been like too bad yourself, huh?
Thanks.
That color pops on you, man.
I know.
All right, well, I think you got an eye for color, Zane.
Yeah, thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I mean, your fashion style is impeccable, I must say.
I get that a lot.
You get that a lot, I bet.
Yeah.
Okay, I think the only thing we're missing are a nice pair of boots and a hat.
All right.
And the look is completed. Being the serious shopper, Zane heads to the back, but I think I'll leave this one to our man Clay. Fresh out the box. Okay, here we go. Not bad?
That looks good.
Yeah. All right. Now for the boots.
And you want like a square toe or round toe?
I'm thinking rounded toe. Getting these things on will be my workout for the day.
You like it?
It's official.
Yeah, these look good.
Are you ready for the night in the town?
I think so.
Hey, they kind of got you boys fixed up. Yeah.
Thanks, Jerry.
We'll make a cowboy out of you, aren't we?
Yes, sir. You got some duds out here. You hooked us up real nice. Thank you, sir.
You bet. No,
Yeah.
looking good.
How long have y'all been here and doing this?
Well, you know, the store, my dad started in 1947.
So, wow, long time.
Well, a lot longer than either one of y'all been around.
Yeah, I'm ready to do some work. Herd some cattle. I might have to quit my day job.
Got some bulls in the pen out there that we need to brand.
That's too much work for me. That's where I stop. Almost a cowboy. Close enough for today. Head next door to Sagebrush Annie's Antiques for shopping of another variety. And when you've worn yourself out from shopping, grab a treat at the dessert studio across the street. I highly recommend their pecan pie. And now, here's another New Mexico true treasure.
My name's Rebecca Leatham, and one of my all-time favorite New Mexico true treasures is Sitting Bull Falls. Somewhere between Carlsbad and Artesia, you take a turn off the highway and you travel out into what you feel like is the absolute middle of nowhere. But eventually you come upon Sitting Bull Falls, and it's just this lush, green, incredible place surrounded by mesa and flatland, but there are these beautiful falls with crystal clear water and pools that you can sit in or dip your toes in. It has a vibe of wonder and surprise and relaxation. It would be a great place to just go and either sit and soak or do something transformative. Sitting Bull Falls is an absolute oasis. It's just a gorgeous hidden spot that looks like no place else in New Mexico.
Don't go away. I'm about to get schooled by these 7th graders.
Feel the beat of traditional native dances. Explore the Pueblo story through immersive museum exhibits. Taste Pueblo-inspired new Native American cuisine. Located in the heart of Albuquerque, the Indian Pueblo Cultural Center is your gateway to the 19 pueblos of New Mexico. Bring the whole family for a day of discovery. Plan your adventure at IndianPueblo.org.
Santa Rosa. Come, visit, and discover a magical place where you can step back in time, relive the glory years of Route 66, experience our inspiring, photo-perfect natural beauty, and explore one of Billy the Kid's favorite hideaways. Santa Rosa is New Mexico true.
Find your next life-changing adventure in Gallup. Real, true adventures. For art lovers, culture seekers, and outdoor adventures. Gallup is real, true. Plan your next life-changing adventure at GallupRealTrue.com.
Your New Mexico Four Corners adventure begins in Farmington, the perfect destination for active families and outdoor enthusiasts, where the only thing bigger than our big skies and badlands are the big adventures that challenge your wild side. Farmington will jolt your journey with unexpected surprises, whether you're 8 or 80. Farmington, where active families and outdoor enthusiasts thrive. Farmington is New Mexico true. Begin your journey at farmingtonnm.org.
Do you need a reason to hit the road? Find out about upcoming events around the state at newmexico.org. I'm wrapping up my week at Artesia Lanes. That's right, bowling. When you need a good dose of classic Americana, fun for all ages, night on the town with a gaggle of middle schoolers kind of nights.
Thank you. These look like the lucky ones.
I hope I'm ready for this. I mean, look at them. These kids are going to town. And Miss G is in full swing too. Okay, so where are you, Zane, Bianca, Braxton, Riley? What about Caleb? Is Donald in the house? I've got to find my teammates and get a few warm-ups in if I'm going to try and compete with the crankers, tweeners, and strokers of this lot. Look at this guy with Miss G's crew over here, bowling strikes right and left.
Okay, I gotta knock you out.
Here goes nothing.
That might be it. Boom! Yeah! Woo!
Not bad. I think we can get this party started. Hey, Mr. DJ, I was just finding my rhythm, but I guess it's time for a different groove. Don't ask, just bust a move and do what the kids are doing. Who knew the bowling alley was also the site of the town's biggest dance party? All I know is I had an awesome time in Artesia this week. Best people you'll ever meet, and tons of surprises. So what are you doing next weekend?